Alright, so honestly, I'm exhausted, but I'm also pretty stoked that I'm starting to get this working. So, guess what we're going to do? Continue working on it. So, as it currently stands, it's not really doing any text to speech right now. But what I can do is a few commands that I wanted to work on. We can restart it. We can even close it. And this is all only with, of course, moderator, anything soup. Hard coded right now. I probably won't have any mods in the future, so this is fine. But right now, what we're going to work on is actually implementing a whole text to speech thing for it, right? I don't know why the bitrate is taking a piss, but it is. I don't care. I don't even know if this is properly running, so I'm going to get it running on my end on my phone real quick. Awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually work on a text-to-speech bot. Because we got all of this in, right? This will go ahead and initialize it, reset the tokens if needed, parse our messages, and all of that goodness. I wonder if we can also set this to 1 and do dot strip on it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll say, yeah, no, we cannot. I kind of figured. And the main reason why I wanted to actually get a closing and restarting functionality in is because if you notice right here, it creates a background process, and that is no bueno. So having a way to properly end its session is pretty nice. Anyways, I digress. That's not what we're here for. We're here for getting an actual text to speech bot working, right? So we can see that we've got this little setup right here. That if I go here, we could just say speak. Do that. Run this. It'll talk to us. We don't want to save that. It'll talk to us. Now the whole thing is to get this over to Twitch chat, right? And how do we want to do that? We'll probably make a quick little manager for it. TTS manager. That will import both of these. Actually, all 3 of these. And this won't even see the light of day in our main function. So right now we have these 2. We also need a quick little shutdown. We can do this pretty simply. Otherwise, it's not going to shut down the socket. I don't know. It might. Do basically that. And I may make it to where that it will save TTSs overnight, like in a stored file or in a backlog folder. Otherwise, we'll just do that. Say Twitch dot shutdown. Right, so in the text-to-speech manager, I did just get rid of all of that, all willy-nilly. Let's see if I can do this from scratch. Save manager doesn't need anything. Info saver doesn't need anything. Okay, we'll do. Does this need to be a class? Probably not. It's simply just a test. We'll do def. Actually, this will probably just be a class. TTS manager init self. We'll just make this pass. We don't really have anything that needs to be initialized, do we? Yes, we do. Do we? Let's see. Python. We don't really need to worry about that. Okay, so it's more just, we'll say def speak. This needs self, a user, and the args, which is just a list of strings. This would just be the actual chat message that they want to project, right? Now, all Twitch really does, all the Twitch manager really does is just manage our bot, which is pretty simple. What we need the TTS manager to eventually do is pass it to OBS. Let's see. Let's do my string. We'll do an f string. Say user says args. I think that's how that works. This would just copy the args into here. I'm not too worried about it actually doing that. Let's see. I know I have something somewhere. Pretty sure it's quite literally just this. Is it? Yeah. So this is what we're going to have it type out. Pretty sure it's this that I was looking at earlier. Yeah, this is it. We'll just nab this code real quick. Try this, file name, temp file name. This uses a pretty shit attempt at generalizing the API, but we're not going to use that anyways. Right, and text would just be my string. And I'm not too worried about that. I don't know why it's jumping all the way out there. Oh, this is probably why. So now we could just say play sound, temp file name. I will make it block, and as for the backend, actually we wouldn't want this to block because I'm pretty sure while it's running it should work. And backend is ff play. And I think that is it. We also need to actually make the command for this. So we will go into our init. Before that, we'll do from managers.tts manager import our manager. And the only reason why I'm starting out with object orientating the manager for that is just because eventually it'll have some storage for like the queue of TTS messages. We'll do self.tts manager equals TTS manager, do that. I'll do self.command manager register function, and we'll do say self.tts manager.speak 0, and this will just be false because I need to check to see if we can if I can utilize this while being a moderator. I feel like I can, so I'm not too worried about it. And that may be all. So if I start running this, I can go into here, say hello world. Single quote closing square bracket. We'll do close for now so that way I can see what she's yapping about. Single quote square bracket. So it's probably reading this as a list, which kudos, it should be. Is there a way for me to just push these as strings out of a list? To print a list Python without brackets. That's all I would really need. Dot join names. Print names separator, comma. That might actually be it. So instead of doing that, nah, I don't think that would be it. -1. I'll give that one a shot. Say args 1 -1. Alright, get this up and running again. In here, say no. So this goes from here to there, which makes sense. That is exactly what I told it to do. Maybe if I tell it just a copy, like that. Fuck. Why does it keep saying that? See, there isn't really a dot join names for this. Oh wait, it is just dot join names. Hold on, I could try that. Join args. Alright, we'll try this one more time. I don't think that's how that works. So because it's an F string, it'll just repeat this entire thing. Huh. Okay. So what if instead I do that? Completely segregated. Perfect. It's exactly what I needed to do. Okay. So that's pretty simple. I might let this run a little bit in the next stream. Maybe. Really just depends. I wonder if I can change the volume of it though. We could look that up real quick. What is it called? No, Play Sound itself does not have a built-in volume control. To control volume, you would need to use an alternative Python audio library, Pygame, PyDub. PyDub is useful for audio manipulation You can adjust volume in decibels before playing the sound. I may do that. So I do need to close the bot real quick. So what we'll do is uninstall that and PyDub, huh? Alright, so says it should be as simple as doing that. And instead of using it like this, we'll just say audio equals audio segment dot from MP3. Give it a file, which would just be our temp file name. Sound dot, not sound, this would be audio dot set volume 0.5. Okay, does exist. Audio dot play. We'll give that a shot. So we have some errors. Pi audio P. No module name that. Why didn't it automatically do that? Pi audio P. Am I spelling it wrong? AUDIO-OP. It's just, maybe it's Pi audio P. Maybe audio Pi. I'm gonna, I swear to God if that's the right one. Okay, I'm pretty happy that it's not. Yeah. So let's see. PyDub, and this would just be audio P. PyDub, audio P long-term service. Optional audio playback. I'm not too worried about it. If this runs, then I'm going to be happy. Okay, so we don't have any issues there. If I do, say, error, no attribute, set volume. I love AI. Okay. And we're going to do this rationally rather than use it to continue. So this is an abstract class, or is it? Let's see, this is just class. Oh, that was loud. So there is a supposed volume controller. So what we will use is PyDub. Here we go. See if we can pull out an example from it. No, that's fantastic. Okay, that's kind of okay. Fade, fade in, fade out. Huh. So this is just taking it straight from the audio, and they just minus or plus it. If I do audio equals audio minus 15, that's 15 decibels. That's how I got the game volume and all that. So let's go ahead and redo this. An error has occurred. No attribute play. Is there anything that this damn thing did not hallucinate? That's amazing. Please tell me that that's how it's actually supposed to be. Okay. That was also pretty quiet, so if I go into here and that, we'll do close, reopen this bad boy. Okay, that is exactly how that works. So keep it louder than the game volume. Okay. I like it. Let's see, I don't know if this should be like a bits thing to start off with. I doubt it. I think this is just fun, and we should try it. What I am going to do, however, is close and make this into a little Git repository, so that way, like, you guys can access it too. So what we're going to do here is add a git ignore. This will handle environments, virtual environments, .config. And not only that, there should also be a README. To set up. nano.config/config.yaml. And then in there, config.yaml. This would be we would need the oh, got it all right here. Client ID, client secret, client secrets. See, there's the join, and this would be channel to join, preferably probably your channel. Nick, this is just a bot nickname. OAuth. You would need to get the initial auth token, and then refresh token, the initial refresh token as well. Right, and that is basically it. This will work off of your own file system. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and make a repo real quick. Do a new repository. This will be our TTS bot. Why would I name it like that? Bot. Description. Twitch. We won't add too much to this because we're just going to be pushing all of our files anyways. Get remote add or origin. Git push tick u origin master. There we go. And just like that, this is available to use. I don't plan on making it closed source at all. And I'm actually going to grab one of these licenses. Yep, the Apache license is exactly what I wanted. And I'm going to add it to this. If I can find it again. Add, create new file. This will be license. Commit changes. Awesome. So now going in here, you can see all this. It's good for private use, patent use, distribution, all that. Just your typical Apache license. And yeah, that was this. That was the Twitch bot TTS starting up. Yeah, something like that. Later.